Hey everyone, this is Alex with BTC Forestry. As you can tell, I am not Zach. I am Zach's brother, and I manage the computer side, or the business side, more so of BTC. And we thought it would be a good idea to do a video for me to introduce myself and talk about what I do. You see Zach, you'd see him talk about the equipment, the jobs, operating, that's where his passion is. And this stuff is kind of what I happen to be good at. So I'm going to do another video, but talk about how Zach and I actually kind of got started together, how Zach kind of brought me on after he got started. And but for this one, I just wanted to talk about what I do for the business. Again, it's obviously you see Zach talk about everything, but this side is completely different. And this is where I think we've set ourselves apart initially, is by having someone that does sit down and manage the business side. And not just work out of pocket all day from the cell phone and rely on memory to do follow-ups and such. So I manage our CRM, our customer relationship management software. So all of our leads flow in through there from Facebook, from phone calls. So anything from an email, a phone call, a text message, anytime you do an inquiry with BTC, it comes through our software, and I manage that. So I do our initial contacts when our leads come in. So I'll reach out via email, text message, phone, whatever works best, and I'll find out the scope of the project. And then at that point, I'll talk to Zach, see if we think a visit is warranted, or if we have enough information and we can just provide a quote with the information that we have. So that's kind of where I start. And then if we need to go on site, then I'll help coordinate that as well. I'll schedule it in our calendar. I'll coordinate with Zach. He'll say, yep, I can do it then. I'll talk to the customer, put it in our calendar, and make sure everything is squared away. I also schedule follow-up. So if they say, reach out to us in 2 months, it's not a good time right now, I'll schedule that follow-up, put them in a different category so we know to reach out to them in a couple of months. And I'm always checking up on our to-do list to make sure that we're not falling behind on anything. So I'll schedule follow-ups, coordinate visits. I also move them through our sales funnel, or through our pipeline as we call it. So we have new leads, and then after we engage with them, we move them over. And then after we quote them, we move them over. When the job is booked, we move them over. Then when we invoice them, we move it over. And then after we pay, we move them over. So we keep very good tabs on everybody that is flowing through our system. And again, I think that is what sets us apart. Some people that we speak to, I think they just kind of work out of pocket. They work off their cell phone. Yeah, they tell you they're going to come visit, then maybe they don't. And I think it's not just this industry, it's many industries, but we've really tried to set ourselves apart. So having Zach be passionate about operating, about the equipment, and about, the invasives and anything related to forestry has really helped. And then having me be good at this has really helped as well. So moving through our sales funnel, I also do all the quoting, the invoicing, and do payment follow-ups, make sure we're getting paid, obviously. And then I also, I help with our Google reviews. So Google reviews are huge for us. So I try to, we'll give a bit of a discount to customers if they're willing to leave a Google review. So I'll send those links out, follow up with them if they haven't left one yet. I do also help on larger jobs. So I'm not just behind the computer. Zach and I will do stuff together. Again, with if the job warrants more than one person, if it's not just a forestry mulching job, if it requires, if we're felling trees, if we're chipping, if we need more than one body, then I'll go out and help with that. So I do get out there. I also manage, I wouldn't say manage, but I also kind of oversee our QuickBooks. So we have our CRM, which links to our QuickBooks, so all of our quotes, all of our invoices are in there. And then I also, obviously, Zach, we have expenses that go through the system. So I'll go into QuickBooks once a week or so, or twice a week, depending on how many jobs we have. Maybe it's once every other day. So I'll go into QuickBooks, I'll categorize the expenses. Maybe it's gas, maybe it's a rental, maybe it's food because we're on the job, maybe it's payments for the equipment, maybe it's payments coming in from customers. So I will categorize everything in QuickBooks and just make sure everything's squared away on the business side. Make sure that Zach can do what he likes to do, and help out in any way that I can. So this isn't going to be quite as long-winded as a lot of Zach's videos, but that's all I have for now. Again, I think I'm going to do another video talking about, very short, about how Zach and I started working together, and then I do another one. I think my subsequent videos after that will be more in depth about the business side of it. So maybe going in depth on some of our leads without sharing personal information, obviously, how we manage them, moving through our quoting, seeing what we have for sales in this month, that month. And so yeah, so Zach keeps you updated on the forestry side of it, and I'll keep you updated on the business side of it. And hopefully between the two of us, you know, it helps someone somewhere, or maybe there's people that share the same passion that we've grown to have. I mean, we have a passion for the outdoors, a passion for entrepreneurship, and this is a way for us to kind of bring those together and work together. And so yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video.